welcome to the highlights of the fifth and final one-day international between Sri Lanka and India being played in Pallekele. Ahead by 3-1, India already have the series in the bag. They have maintained their record of not losing a bilateral series against Sri Lanka since 1997. Stung by defeat, Sri Lanka will be looking to hit hard in a bid to salvage their pride. The pitch has a bit of moisture and the first session may offer some help to the seamers. The Indian skipper MS Dhoni won the toss and opted to bat first. A look at the teams. India have been forced to make one change to their lineup due to an injury to opener Virender Sehwag. This means Ajinkya Rahane gets a chance to play his first game of the series. There are two changes in the Sri Lankan lineup. Skipper Mahela Jayawardene and Rangana Harap have been rested. They have been replaced by Chamara Kapugedera and Shatitra Samaraika. Angelo Matthews will lead the side in Jayawardene's absence. It's now time to join the action with Russell Arnold and Aaron Lal.
India winning the toss, having no hesitancy in batting. They feel that later on the ball will move under lights, and hence, even though they've been chasing rather well of late, but that was in different conditions in Colombo, but here it could also slow down a bit while chasing. The Indians ready. Gautam Gambhir also in fine form, and he is with Ajinkya Rahane, and he's got a terrific opportunity. This young man is in good form, and obviously he'll be a little tense, but a wonderful opportunity. His 12th game, Rahane. Gautam Gambhir to take strike, and the first delivery to be bowled by Malinga. Targets the stumps first off. He's really looking for that lazy beginning, and somebody's not used to him. Terrific first delivery to Gautam Gambhir. It's a very warm welcome to Russell Arnold.
Good afternoon, Arun. Good afternoon to all our viewers. There's a lot to play for India.
He's away. He's coming back for the second, so he'll be pretty pleased with that. Every batsman wants to get off the mark, get the blood circulation going, let the tension drain out of you a bit. But he's a cool customer, this young man. He's really been a revelation. He's done so well in the shortest version of the game in 2020, much to the delight of the purist, because he's played, he gets his runs in a very authentic, orthodox fashion. Plays wonderful cricketing shots to get his runs and gets them quickly. Not a wide, because the batsman moved inside the line. That is good technique. He got out of the way of that short delivery.
They're nothing different from Malinga. Thinking wise, his attitude wise. He's always after wickets, Arun.
Didn't get a hold of it, but he's got it through. If they run hard, they could come back for the third. They do it with ease. Short outside the off stump. Gautam didn't go hard at it. I think he was more intent on playing it into the gap and being a little conservative at this stage.
Probably the right thing to do too.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's literally been smashed past the covers for 4. 19 without loss. Let's take a look at the release. Yes, he is endeavoring to find a little away movement, and he is getting it. That was beautifully done.
How good is that to watch? He had to go a long way to fetch it. But again, Arun, not trying to hit too hard.
That'll be 4. Very easily done. Short, didn't quite come off, and he's got the boundary. And with it, he's also got 5,000 runs in ODIs, Gautam Gambhir. He's been very exciting. He's been very consistent for India. And over the last few years, he's been playing some vital innings.
Again, looking to control. Plenty of open spaces for Gambhir. This will make him feel better. Just looking to get a move on.
Four more. This time he was ready for it, the full toss. A couple of boundaries in the previous over for Gautam Gambhir. Here's Pereira and 2 slips wait. As he hit his pad first, he's given him. Pereira was bowling outswingers so far and suddenly has surprised Ajinkya Rahane. There were 2 sounds, but obviously pad first. The ball coming into Rahane, got on the crease, and the first wicket for Pereira.
Sri Lanka needing that breather. There you see jagging back, hitting him on the back foot. Doesn't look like there was an inside edge. Well, he looked good for a moment, Rahane, but has to go for the moment. India 29 for 1.
29 for 1. The wicket they wanted, the breakthrough they needed, but Virat Kohli has walked in an average of 52 plus. He's in great form. He's got a couple of hundreds in this series as well. Another look. He's in there because he was caught on the crease, Rahane. Been playing those outswingers and suddenly the one that jagged back in. So that's clever bowling. Oh, that's well left. Yes, both of them are capable. Gautam Gambhir is certainly capable of making big runs. He just got to 5,000 in 135 innings. And amongst Indians, only Saurav Ganguly has taken fewer innings. That's 126 innings. Quickest to reach 5,000. Gautam Gambhir is in the top 10. Dhoni is 135 as well. Tendulkar is 138. So that should give you a bit of an indication how good Gautam Gambhir has been. But then Gautam has been opening and Tendulkar in the start of his career was batting in the middle order, but that's gone through. It may not reach the fence because it didn't time it that well. They're happy with 2 and he's opened his account. 6 gone, 31 for 1. In the air, but it's also away from the fielder. He'll get 4. For a moment his heart must have skipped a beat.
He was through that shot a little too early, Gautam Gambhir. But I think that flick of the wrists got him enough power to get it over that short square leg fielder.
That's a well played shot. Just a bit short. Not too much pace on Matthews' delivery, so had it covered. Once again, and this is better played. This is all along the ground and that'll reach the boundary. So a couple of boundaries to end the over. 41 for 1.
Just wide of second slip. That would probably have been to third slips, slightly to his right side, but that's where he's dangerous, finding the outside edge.
Unusually rash shot from Kohli so early in innings, stepping out and trying to drive through the covers. Lucky to get a very thick outside edge.
Yes, he's the one they'd like to get out. He's been so prolific in his run scoring. Oh, and there's another beautiful shot. Again, he didn't try and hit this for 4. He's just opened the blade and placed it beautifully. And those runs bring up the 50. Let's have a look at that. Just a little caress through the offside. Well, that's out there and blasted through the offside. We don't give Gambhir too much room outside that off stump without being punished. And that an attempt at a short delivery, that's hit him on the hand. I think that actually hurt him a bit. He lets it rip, and there we are. Just watch this. Yep, he didn't know much about it. It's a good delivery, actually, especially when you consider that he's got 2 back. So that probably is the reason why he didn't play the pull shot. It's hit him flush on the bottom hand. It looks as if he wants a bit of spray as well. Gambhir just signalling there towards the dressing room. Oh, beautifully played on the up and through the offside. That wasn't just an ordinary cover drive, that was played on the up.
Copybook stuff. Leaning into it, timing it beautifully.
Yeah, it's interesting, that first replay just showing how the bat seemed to sort of come inside a little bit. But it was certainly played high. It wasn't a half volley. It was almost as if he was trying to sort of slice it through there a little bit. And he's got that away beautifully as well. Right into the slot on leg stump. Don't bowl there. There's the shot again. Just look at this, beautifully played. Keeping himself nice and still and upright.
First time we'll see this tall off spinner from Sri Lanka in action. I think Indian fans would have seen him in the CB series in Australia. It showed some talent. Always an off spinner around when Sri Lanka is playing international cricket. And of course, we are in the hometown of one of their more famous off spinners.
The most famous of all, 800 wickets. Muthaiya Muralidharan. Almost knocking the umpire's hat off. But these two have done it well. 43 of 48. Gambhir looking particularly good. 39 of 32.
Oh, this should be out. This should be out. It's a big wicket this for this young, spirited seamer from Sri Lanka.
Very big wicket. Did him for pace. Just got the impression that he may have taken his front foot too far across. The umpire is just checking for the no ball. It's a close call, he feels. Wow, that's close. That anything or something has got to be behind the line and not where it ends up, where it lands. I think he may just be alright, the bowler. Not from that angle. Mind you, where the foot lands, not where it ends up sliding. There, I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine, but you know, I think it just kills the moment. This new thing that's come into international cricket where a batsman is asked to stay back. We'll have another look at that no ball if it's a millimeter over the bowling crease. Batsman is called back. Must confess, when I saw it in real time, it looked a lot more plump than that one. That one clearly hitting leg stump on the Hawkeye. One of the easier decisions for the umpire. Virat Kohli gone for 23. That's always a big wicket these days. 77 for 2 India. New batsman in, Rohit Sharma. Had a start with, or rather problem, the start of the innings. The first few balls been struggling a bit. Found that he's been a little late to react, sometimes late on the ball. I'm sure that's one aspect he would have worked on. Let's see whether we see any difference today, because this youngster, Juan Pradeep, is, well, his tail is up. He's running in, bowling with some pace. Looked very good on that occasion.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of pace, and that's his strength, Nuwan Pradeep. That's the wicket. I think just getting his foot in the way, ball coming into him, he's got this inclination of trying to force it on the onside.
Nicely played. Malinga won't get there. It's a good start to the over. Always puts pressure on the bowler when the first ball gets hit for 4.
He's particularly good in this area, Gautam Gambhir, and this time he timed it beautifully. That ball really was travelling. Used the pace of the bowler as well. Short outside the off stump. Just transferred weight, didn't push back on the back foot. Always trying to get onto that front foot.
I must confess, I've been very impressed with his attitude, Gautam Gambhir's attitude in this series. He's looked hungry for runs. After a great IPL season, he's still come out here hungry for success. Very driven, Gautam Gambhir, in this series with the bat to make a contribution to his team. Every time he's come out, he's looked very determined to get runs. Nicely played on the onside. Just drifting onto the pads was Nuwan Pradeep, much to the delight of Rohit Sharma, who gets off the mark. And I'm sure the breathing of Rohit Sharma would have changed slightly.
Well, he just drifted onto that leg stump, and this was very well executed. You're right, that would settle a lot of nerves. You want a crisp boundary under your belt, especially when you're going through such a harrowing time.
Oh, gone. And I must confess, this was a beautiful delivery. More than, yeah, the shot was also a little typical Rohit Sharma like, but beautiful delivery, because that was full, and I think it seemed as well off the pitch.
And that one probably went away, because Rohit was again trying to force it onto the onside. Closing the face of the blade. In fact, it was straight. It just maybe held its line and didn't come in as expected, or as it was threatening to do, and slanting in. Rohit Sharma has been bowled by beauty, and his terrible form continues. Just can't shake it off. 4 in 9. It's 87 for 3.
Manoj Tiwari is the new batsman for India. Sure, Mahendra Singh Dhoni at this stage also wouldn't be panicking too much, because they've got such great depth in their batting, and they've got 2 top-class players to come out even after this pair. Now, this is a combination of good bowling first. It's a terrific delivery. It's full. It seams away. You can see that the ball pitches and just seams away from the right-hander. And as far as Rohit Sharma is concerned, at the moment, I think he's got his lines confused. Nicely clipped away on the onside. got to come back for the third. Another full delivery clipped away on the onside. And I think these are clear instructions from this new captain that Sri Lanka have, that attack, let's go for wickets. Runs don't matter at this stage.
Yeah, attack the stumps anytime when the man is new. But this is well played. You know, he's not closing the face of the blade. He's not trying to target square leg.
Oh, and that's a very good delivery and lucky. Well, that was a bit of bounce. There was a bit of pace there as well, just under 140 kilometres an hour. We'll have a look at it in a moment. 105 for 3.
This was the last ball of that previous over. Brilliant delivery, getting the top of Tiwari's bat.
Well, this could be close. He needed a direct hit there. And he comes back for the second, and so Gambhir has made his half century. That's his 33rd 50 in one-day internationals and his 9th against Sri Lanka.
Good shot. Spotted that gap on the offside. Well, the attempt was good but failed to stop the 4 runs. And we have our first boundary of spin.
That one was, quite a bit in the air, but perfectly placed. And here's the wagon wheel. First 4 and through extra cover, and another one in the air. Just short of the sweeper cover, Kapugedra. Not maybe quite making the effort he could have made to get to it, Sanjay. Do you think he could have got that? Look at it again.
Yeah, trying to get runs in that same area. So he's pushing Gambhir to find the gaps. Get 2 runs here.
Interestingly, Gambhir's run rate, which was around 120 plus, the long part of the early innings, dropped to in the 90s now. So driving beautifully there through the covers.
Given the charge and he's got 4 runs for it. This is good cricket from Manoj Tiwari. Just trying to unsettle the bowler, not allowing him to dictate terms.
Very good cricket there by Tiwari. Gave himself plenty of room, moving down the leg side and opening himself up to play through the offside. Uppishly but absolutely safely.
The air for a while. I think Gautam Gambhir had told his partner at the start of the over to look out for the quick singles, but now he's just got 4 fielders and that's a circle for himself. Got that ball to pass the outside edge. Excitement behind the stumps. Sara Pereira also looking well distraught.
Oh yes. Definitely touched the inside edge. That was a brilliant delivery. Just one of those that the umpire neither heard nor saw.
It's a gift. That's what you call a gift. And thank you very much, Will, said by Manoj Tiwari as he gets to an important 50. He's got 100 in one-day international cricket. And here's a 50 to add to that.
Very fine innings by Tiwari so far. Came in when the score was 87 and solidly in partnership with Gambhir.
Now this is very cheeky thinking from Manoj Tiwari. He's anticipated Malinga's intentions. And he's charged him now. That's something not too many batsmen look to do, but this is well thought out.
Well, he certainly hit that in the middle of the bat. Steered it into the vacant cover region, perfectly safe.
Oh, have they got him? Well, the wicket-keeper felt that he had a bit of a touch, but the umpire is unmoved. He's signalled wide.
But I did think that Tiwari was walking away when he saw Oxenford's hands come out. It was a poor delivery, but just watch him. Chandimal did well to collect. Bottom edge.
He's gone over the top now. There's nobody at long off and he'll fetch himself 4 runs. Manoj Tiwari may have been a little lucky there. Just a little bit of sound on that occasion, the previous delivery, but there's nothing wrong with this shot. Brilliantly done.
Oh, that was a classy shot because there was no fielder in the deep. He makes an extra effort to hit the top of mid-off and get himself 4 runs.
Doesn't get too many to come back into the right-hander, but he does have these variations of the ones that go straight on and leave the right-hander.
He's a tall bowler, so he gets a bit of extra bounce too. But he bowls it in different ways. That was slightly quicker. It was lucky Tiwari didn't get much bat on it, or any bat on it.
He does bowl his dusra, or the one that they overspin, the top spinner, in a different manner. Once again, Tiwari goes right over his head for 4. He's really putting the pressure on the off-spinner.
That was poor from Serenaki. He changed angles, he came over the wicket and he tosses it up outside off stump. With the ball not turning, it was a free hit. As we are in the power play, Arun, the 3 fielders are in the deep on the onside. He should have ideally been bowling it at the pads.
That's in the air and I think that's all over. Short ball from Malinga and really took him by surprise. He was fending it off the handle almost, the shoulder of the blade.
Well directed. And no doubt about the edge this time. He's lucky on 2 counts. And a strange position to be caught at, short third man to a fast bowler. Lasith Malinga, this is what he likes doing, picking up wickets. But he's played really well. 65 to Tiwari. India now 4 down for 197.
Suresh Raina walks in. Look at that strike rate, it always stands out, and mind you, he's been batting at 6. That's a very difficult position to bat in. You come in, you never have more than 10-12 overs. He can't get big scores, he's got to get his runs quickly, and that's why he's there, because He's just taken by surprise, took his eyes off the ball. No chance there.
Yeah, it was slightly on leg stump, but the edge went over to third man. Something to cheer about for Sri Lanka. Well, you wonder how frustrated Suresh Raina could be, because he's been looking for that opportunity to bat up the order. Sometimes you get the feeling in this Indian team, in this batting order, that opportunity is there.
Oh yes, this man is in great form. He's got 350 plus scores, and he's really had match-winning innings. His contribution, especially one lost cause, he converted into a win with Irfan Pathan. So he's at the top of his game and doing a magnificent job at number 6 to finish games for India and win them. Here he is with quite a bit of time remaining.
He might bowl shorter at Raina. He's got the deep square leg and the deep fine leg in place, and also the deep third man. 2 match-winning knocks. The 65 not out and the 58 not out that we made were made when India really needed it.
Even the first 50, the 50 or 45 got India to a position where they could really attack the opposition. That was the first game in Hambantota. Gone! He's on a hat-trick chance. Malinga, you called it right. Bowled a short one to Raina. 2 big wickets.
That was a late decision. There was a short mid-wicket. He moved that fielder into sleep very late. It wasn't a bouncer at all. It was just a harmless delivery wide of him, but he was expecting something different, Raina. And ends up poking. This time they take the catch. Suresh Raina out for naught. 197 for 5.
Dhoni walks into a situation, consecutive wickets and consecutive short balls by Malinga. Tiwari and Raina gone. India suddenly 5 down. That's number 1. That's wicket number 1, Tiwari. And the short ball, literally fielding practice from Raina. He was almost withdrawing to leg stump. He was expecting the bouncer. It's just a very ordinary short ball outside the off stump. He just guided it into the hands of slip. But they've got a slip, a backward short leg. They can have 3 fielders outside the circle, but they've got only 2. They're really attacking this one.
He has 3 hat-tricks prior to this, or if it is to be.
Well handled by Dhoni. That was a good delivery.
In his own style.
They're suddenly looking for so many things to handle from Malinga. This is Suresh Raina. He wasn't behind it at all, and then almost as though he forgot that there was a slip in position. Got the impression that he was withdrawing, expecting that bouncer.
And then another short one at the skipper.
Oh, that's lucky. Wasn't in control of it. Another short delivery. And it's gone off the helmet. It's been given as leg byes.
They're well bowled once again from Malinga. Well directed, just where you want it. At the batsman, getting it slightly above the eye level. Unlucky. India go past 200.
Well, these are head-high deliveries. These certainly must be bouncers or indicated as bouncers. Probably this one was by the umpire.
Yeah, the others were marginal. Probably just around that shoulder level. Tough to pick up. Definitely not the one that Raina got himself out with.
Oh, that's well played. Mahendra Singh Dhoni just ready for that. Low back lift is just put back to it and in his own peculiar way of using that bottom hand. He's played it very effectively.
There's not much feet movement. I think that's what works in his favor. Well balanced and was expecting it. He's had the short ball. His over has been full of short balls, so he has to come full up.
Well, 2 wickets, 8 runs from the over. Third man gone back. The field is being changed almost every ball. Fine leg comes in, third man goes back. He's obviously trying to attack the off stump.
And he can't bowl the short one now. He's already done it.
Oh, brilliant. That's been bludgeoned for another magnificent boundary. 12 runs from the over. 209 for 5.
That shot. Again, too much feet movement, but throws his hands. Short bat lift. There was a fielder in the deep. It gave him no chance at all, though.
But that's well played. May not reach the fence, but they're doing it well, these two. Gautam Gambhir is plugging away with those singles and twos. That shot we saw from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Just take a look at this one first. I think that is it so late to find those gaps. That's in the air, and that is another wicket. Suddenly the Indians have fallen apart. 3 wickets have fallen in quick time in this power play. Gautam Gambhir didn't read the away going one, taken the outside edge, and a soft dismissal.
Yeah, he tried to go onside. You'll have to look at that variation. It was something different from Senanayaka. Wicket, that will make him feel much better, Senanayaka. But Gambhir misses out on 100. Batted really well. 88 to him. India 6 down for 213.
Irfan Pathan. He's played one very fine innings in the company of Raina to win the match for India in this series. But today he's got to do a holding job as well. 11 overs to go. This is why he's there. I don't know what happened there. Was it extra bounce that did him in?
Played a little too early. He was looking to go onside. But from Senanayaka, it was a bit of a flick with that finger.
That's well played. He's off the mark and he'll get a couple.
There more urgency in the field from the Sri Lankans now. It's Dhoni and Pathan, probably the last recognised pair. If they can pick up a wicket or two here, could end up chasing just 250, 260.
Oh, how hard has that been hit? Short outside the off stump, and this man is built like an ox. That's been hammered.
Watch and applaud. Stunning shot. Great bat speed from Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Played it late as well to find that gap there. Nobody moved. It was the short one and dealt with perfectly, and it's 4. Pradeep got a hand to it. He should have stopped it. Well played, Pathan.
Took his eyes away. He got enough of bat on it, Irfan Pathan. This is not what you want to see at this stage in the deep. You need to save every run here.
Short again and well played. And again fall. Yeah, I think they're wasting their time with that short delivery, and it's taking them a long time to realise. Chandimal has got the message. He's going to have a chat to the bowler straight away.
Well, they've assumed somewhat that all Indian batsmen are not good against the short ball, because Irfan Pathan has looked very comfortable. He's given them several hints before the last one. Gets into a good position, hits the pull shot and actually keeps the ball down.
Oh, that's brilliantly played. There's that little wristy flick of his again. You daren't with this field bowl anywhere near Dhoni's leg stump. Even straight, he'll take it away and he'll place it perfectly.
Well, he still wants the helicopter shot. This ain't bad at all. And not the first time we've seen him get runs, and 4 runs with this kind of a shot. Generally have the fine leg inside the circle because they want that long on and long off for Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Oh, he's hit that one like a rocket. That's an incredible shot. Well, I've got to tell you, I don't think that there are many that hit it harder than Dhoni in world cricket. Just have another look at this.
Yeah, we're watching it in slow motion, so we could see the ball. And you'll see it even better because this is ultra slow motion, but I reckon it took about 0.04 seconds to get into those advertising hoardings. That went quickly off the bat.
I want to see that ultra slow motion again, because I want any youngsters watching as he flicks that one away, and that'll be 4 as well. He's working it around this field. He's playing games with him, is Dhoni. Yeah, let's have a look first of all at that wonderful shot through the offside, that ultra motion shot. Just watch his eyes and his head. Watch him watch this ball onto his bat. Just look at this. Right onto the bat, and his head's down there over the ball. Look how he follows through. That has gone like a rocket. That is an unbelievable shot. And then, of course, the next ball takes it from off stump, flicks it away, wide of the fieldsman. Perfect placement for 4.
And he's played with the field. You can see the ball is short of length outside the off stump. Because the fine leg is inside the circle, he's played it in that direction. I think he's become a phenomenal one-day batsman, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. We've been looking at his stats, revealing some of things that he's done, especially the numbers that tell you about the value of his innings is right up there. Terrific one-day batsman.
And there's another one. Take that. Just glides it away. Didn't try to force that away at all. No wonder he's top of the Forbes list. What's he? 28 million or something like that? The number 1, the best paid cricketer in the world today.
I think it's somewhere around 26 million or something like that per year. But again, have a look at the field here, and that's the reason why he's played that shot. He knows exactly where the men are. The men in dark blue on the field. So he's just waited. He's found the gap between what's really a short third and a backward point.
Well, there he goes again into the gap. It's running away. Will it be cut off? It is cut off. That's well done.
Done some good work there. Kapugethra is the man. Yeah, he's forced to go back to full length. Lasith Malinga, because both these batsmen, Dhoni and Pathan, have handled the short ball well. It's a tremendous effort there.
Yes, that's an aspect of the game that has improved. That's it all the way to the square leg boundary for 6. Yeah, Dhoni has hit his 46th one-day international 50 and his 16th against Sri Lanka, and he's done it with ease.
That's one area you cannot seal. The grass banks, you can't put a fielder there. And now this is Thisara Pereira, who is bowling at 126.3 kilometers per hour. It's a length delivery. There's always a big risk for the bowler. There was a fielder there. I mean, to be fair to Pereira, he was bowling to his field. And
inside edge for 4. Well, Malinga thinking, I've got to get it up there. I've got to make sure he can't get underneath it. But what does Dhoni do? He manages to get enough bat on it to beat the fine leg. Yeah, that was a bit lucky. He's got him with a bouncer. 200 wickets for Lasith Malinga, and what a wicket to get. He's got Dhoni with a bouncer. He's gone for the hook shot. He's got a little faint nick, and boy, this is a good bowler and the exit of a very good batsman.
And this nick was heard by everyone. Not just the umpires, but people in the crowd as well, because it was a huge nick, and in fact Dhoni just started walking straight away. Another superb innings from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Gets 58 and ensure that his team will get 300 runs in this match. 297.
So 293, can they get to 300? Field spreads out. Let's have a look at man back at square leg, fine legs in position, very strong offside field. It'll be up and outside off stump. Yeah, it's a little problem Sri Lanka are going to have to look at. This whole business of being very predictable with where the bowler has to bowl because of the field placing.
Yeah, that's why this is a much better field for Thisara Perera, because there's no prior warning to the batsman what the line is going to be or the length, because they've got a third man, so there's a short ball likely to come. Fine leg is not inside the circle, that also is the same indication.
And missed that one as well.
Tony very impressed with this Thisara Perera. He's just risen to this expectation of the captain. He's, until now, I think before the series, or a part-time bowler and all-rounder. Look at the way he's responded. He's taken the responsibility of being the main bowler of the Sri Lankan team, bowling the final over. Figures 5.29.
In the air, over the top, deep long on comes around. He slipped. They'll have to settle for one. Ashwin slips down the far end, and so they settle for one, and that takes the score to 294 for 7. The highest successful chase at Palakele, by the way, is just 192 for 3 by Australia versus Sri Lanka in 2011. We don't want to take too much notice of that because there haven't been very many matches played here. But well played, Irfan Pathan. He played very well, especially when batting down the other end to Dhoni. He'll be happy with his performance, and he'll round it off nicely now if he bowls well.
MS Dhoni's quick fire 58 off just 38 balls gave impetus to the Indian innings and propelled their score to 294 for 7 in the end. Gautam Gambhir scored a well-compiled 88 of 99 balls and in process also went past 5,000 runs in one-day internationals. A look at the bowling figures then. Lasith Malinga claimed 3 wickets. His last wicket of MS Dhoni was the 200th of his career. Nuwan Pradeep extracted good bounce off the wicket but was slightly expensive, giving away 63 runs for his 2 wickets. Time for a break now. It's Sri Lanka's run chase on the other side. We'll be back in a jiffy.
This is going to be close. Wonder whether there was a bit of bat that saved the batsman, but what we have now is an overthrow situation. Ashwin doesn't get there.
He's given them leg byes. That means there was no bat in it. but it did look very close. Probably the doubt in the umpire's mind would be the height, hitting him high above that knee roll, which is generally an indication to an umpire.
Plays that shot well. Seen that a few occasions in the series.
But this was wonderful to watch. Hit on the up. And timing perfectly there, right into the gap to Taranga. Just like Dilshan, he likes to play on the offside. Like you said, we've seen it, but we have not seen it enough. He needs to play a big one. Gives Sri Lanka a good start.
Zair Khan will take it. It's a good low catch. And this is a real bonus for India. Dilshan going for the width. And well, he's walking back at the moment, caught a third man.
But he did well. But you get the feeling that the Indian bowlers were looking for this shot, because now and again that wide delivery is slipped in. For a moment I thought Zair Khan was going to let it bounce, but did really well to get his hands underneath. So that's an early blow to Sri Lanka. Dilshan without scoring. 1 down for 13.
Sri Lankan batting short of experience in this series. Thiraman has come in. Good ball. And they just lost a truckload of experience with Dilshan's dismissal.
This was it. Once again that wide ball slipped in, knowing Dilshan will go hard. Top catch, not easy. Got the towers, the light towers, and it comes through them. In the deep, it's tough to pick up these catches, but Zair Khan has done the job.
Oh, it's gone through. And this is another cover drive from Taranga. But Dinda after it drags it back. 2 overs gone at 16 for 1. This time is flayed it on the offside. Saw the width, just went after it. Zair Khan will be disappointed with this line.
Well, good to watch when Taranga gets going. He's another one of those stylish batsmen. He's fine in the middle of the bat. He's got to do that. Sri Lanka's chasing a stiff target. Any opportunity he's got to go after.
Interesting shot. Ajinkya Rahane after it. And Taranga will come back for the third. We'll have to rush.
This is good batting. He's not looking to hit it too hard. He's just looking to hit it into space. Just what Gambhir did earlier.
Yeah, he's forced that on the onside. On the up.
He's looking to be positive. But on this occasion, getting the bottom of the bat. Taking it from wide outside off stump too. But yet showing intent.
I think that's deliberate. He knows exactly how the field is. Every time there's been a bit of width offered, gone after it.
Yeah, bottom of the bat again, but went hard. Gave the fielder in the slips no chance at all. That's the problem Irfan's going to have with this field. He can't afford to go slightly wider. The moment he goes straighter, he gets picked off. It's Tough job, Bill.
Yeah, we were talking about Muthaiya Muralidharan. Now Sri Lankan cricket plans have changed since his retirement, which is more conducive to seam, more hardness coming in. Muthaiya Muralidharan finished up with 1,347 international wickets. Mind-boggling numbers, those. Oh, that was crisp and that was lovely. And sheer viewing pleasure, that one.
Again with Taranga loves it out there. This pitch is good. It's sitting up for the batsman.
It's better. The line was closer, but he still managed to find the boundary on the offside. 50 comes up for Sri Lanka. Happens to be the fastest in the series. 51 for 1. Oh, this is another nice shot on the offside, but this time off the back foot. Zair Khan will not get there.
Stirimana this time. He stands tall. Just looks to hit the gap. That's the way to play on these pitches. Just hit through the line. The moment you look to hit too hard, that's when you lose your shape and get into trouble.
Oh, well played. That's a beautiful shot. Well, he's got that one just to the right hand of the mid-on fieldsman, but it was the timing that beat the fieldsman.
Lovely shot. And Sri Lanka going at a rate of knots, Tony. If they keep this up, they should get close.
In the air and out. No problems. That's a bad shot. They're going along absolutely beautifully, and Taranga, who's got 31 of 20 deliveries, has tried to smash that one through the covers without making sure it either went over or along the ground. Loose.
Catching practice for extra cover on the edge of the circle, and we were just talking about keeping it going, and that's the end of it. 61 for 2 now.
Dinesh Chandimal's a good player. So Chandimal on strike, and he's going to have to make 100, or one of these two are going to have to play really well, or perhaps even both of them. 61 for 2. Problems as that one is heaved over the top of slip. Now the question here is, was he trying to play this shot? I think it was a bit half and half. I think he was trying to hit it in the air, perhaps backward a point, but there was a little bit too much of an edge in it, and still safe and still 4.
It's definitely aiming to go squarer, and the thick edge taking it fine. But positive intent from Chandimal, and they'll have to keep being positive, but I think they've got to be sensible as well. They need to build a partnership to see Sri Lanka through.
No, he's a very positive player, isn't he, Chandimal? He likes to play his shots. Hit that one pretty well too, and it's beaten the mid-on fieldsman and may well go to the boundary. Well, there we are. That goes to show how nicely you can time it. Lent back, and it was like a short arm jab, wasn't it? And mid-on coming around there, that is Zahir Khan had no chance. Just watch this jab. Oh, that's well played and very good placement. That's outstanding placement. Won't quite get to the boundary down there. Zahir Khan's having to do all the chasing. Oh, that's close. Yes, up goes the finger. The batsman stands there and looks down the wicket at the umpire, almost as if he was contemplating a DRS referral, but they don't apply here, so there's no point. It looked as if it was quite adjacent to leg stump. I think it might have nipped back a little bit. Let's see what the replays say. Yeah, I've got to say my immediate reaction was it was going to knock leg stump out, but when we get the mat down and we're right behind the bowler, we'll get a really good idea. It's 74 for 3. Angelo Matthews captaining Sri Lanka for the first time in a one-day international. This is the time to play a captain's knock. They need something here, the Sri Lankans. 3 down now for 74. And, well, they've got no problems with the speed with which they're getting their runs, but they're losing wickets. Oh, we had no idea about that one. Boy, that was a good bouncer. That really was. It was only 136 kilometers an hour, but it was a steep bounce, and Matthews did well to just knock it down. Oh, that was close. That was very close. Well, Zahir Khan bowling round the wicket, and the angle back in at the right-hander resulted in that one just slipping past the stumps.
Coat of paint or varnish. Tremendous movement off the seam.
That's well played. That's nice timing as well. So that'll go for 4. And all my friends underneath the scoreboard are on their feet again.
Lovely shot off the back foot there, picking the gap. Beautiful timing.
Just getting an edge on that one. Will it go for 4? No, nicely picked up. And a very good throw as well. Very well done down there by Zahir Khan. He's just finished it over. He's fielding down at third man. Just watch the pickup. It's beautiful, and the throw is very good as well.
And Dinda squared up Matthews a bit there, really. Ball just maybe moving a little bit off the seam, making a thick edge, fortunately for him, along the ground.
There's the short one. Well played. Very good pull shot. Whenever you get it away in front of square, that one actually in the direction of mid-wicket. He's very quick to get onto that pull shot as Matthews once he gets going. Great shot.
Yeah, Matthews plays the pull shot and the hook shot pretty well. Fully in control of that.
It's a bit different, that one, to the first one he got. Standing up nice and tall and smashing it.
Oh goodness me, that can be rough. I think he's gone. This can be disaster. What a throw. He had only one stump to aim at. You've got to see where he is. I think it's Raina with the throw. Sensational throw. In fact, it's Tiwari. It's Manoj Tiwari with the throw. That is brilliant.
There was no run there at all. And Manoj Tiwari probably India's best fielder out there. But the factor here is that you always needed a direct hit, and Tiwari's been able to produce that. Now Sri Lanka now in trouble. They just needed a partnership here, and the skipper has run himself out. It's just looking good. A few good shots being played, as you were saying, Arun. He's fallen. Angelo Matthews, 13 runs to him. Sri Lanka 4 down for 89.
Kapagedra. He's come back after a while. 92 matches. Yeah, those figures don't flatter him. He's got a lot more potential. Got another option, another opportunity here now. Off the mark. Immediately. Let's have another look at this piece of brilliance on the field. There was no run. Matthews thought there was, but look at Tiwari. If he hadn't hit, he would have been in. That is sensational piece of fielding. That's well played. He'll come back for the second. Ashwin has been brought into the attack, just over pitching slightly.
40 matches to him. Still expect a little bit more from Ashwin, the wicket taker.
And again, this time with a lot more authority, and that will go through for 4. Again over pitching outside the off stump. And no problem there for Kapagedra.
Yeah, this went up higher, tossed up. A good stride. He's looked good from the moment he walked in, Kapagedra. This will give him the confidence he needs. He just needs to build on it.
That can be close. That is plumb. The batsman is walking back. From the minute it hit him, that was absolutely adjacent. So wickets keep tumbling amongst the runs that are coming rather rapidly. It's 5 down now.
Yeah, all Sri Lanka need here is a partnership. They're just struggling to make it happen. Around the wicket again, that's been his preferred angle. Beat him for pace, just kidding through. This is exactly what Zahir Khan was brought back to do, to keep picking up wickets, keep pushing Sri Lanka back. Kapagedra just looked very fluent from the moment he walked out there. Just the 9 runs. Sri Lanka now 5 down for 102.
Well, the Sri Lankans just seem to be falling apart at this stage. 5 down for 102. They're only into the 16th over. Jeevan Mendes has walked in. Great strike rate, but like Russell mentioned, they've got to have a partnership. They've got to do a holding job. This was absolutely plumb. Straight in, angling in. Didn't even have to straighten. They just caught on the crease.
And did you notice? The batsman was walking.
He's been struck, and he just knew he was plumb, and it's not often that a batsman walks for an LBW. Didn't even look at the umpire. Oh, that's 4. There's no doubt about that one. Comprehensive as they get. 108 for 5.
Yeah, poor delivery. You were just talking Patan up. That's what he's given you. Plenty of weight. But yet, look at Thirimana. Really good to watch.
That's nice and fine, and that'll go down to the boundary for 4. He got some bat on that. Whenever it flies away like that, there's a good chance there's a bit of bat there.
How tough the game is for bowlers, especially fast bowlers, when they drift onto the pads, always asking for trouble. It has a matter of inches, and then this happens. Good ball on middle stump, 4 inches with the left on leg stump, and it becomes a bad delivery. Hint of swing there from Dinda. Likes to bowl the short ball, Dinda. And he tested Jeevan Mendes with the short ball. And this was at the Premadasa in the third one-day international, and this is what happened. Now, of course, fast bowlers have good memories. See what he does to Mendes, because at this time the bowling side is on top.
Yes, well, having seen that shot again on replay twice, I've got to say that my inclination would be not to give him another bouncer, because, boy, it was a good shot. It was a bit like that shot Mendes played a little while ago. What a shot.
Listen to the sound. Very good shot.
Yeah, I like the smile afterwards as well. I think there was a lot of satisfaction associated with that. But a slight change to the field now, a mid-wicket going out. They've got a deep square leg back there, but there's no fine leg. And of course he's bowling to Thirimana, the left-hander. That's the end of the over, 122 for 5.
Bowlers used. Kohli's bowled 1. Rohit is into his 5th. They need to get 10 out of Kohli, Rohit, Raina, Tiwari.
Well, they're getting the overs, and Dhoni's been very successful with these part-timers whenever he's used them, and they make it difficult because they bowl slow, and on a slow pitch it's harder to get the ball away. Mendes has some good scores.
Oh, that is comprehensive. 4 to end the over. Change the complexion of that over, that boundary. 157 for 5. The first boundary in 63 balls. Raina has been given the ball, and he's been greeted by a reverse sweep which has gone for 4. So consecutive boundaries now. That should help.
Thirimana approaching a 50.
That's his 50. 50 of 81 deliveries for Thirimana. His 4th ODI 50 and 2nd versus India. He acknowledges the cheer all around, but it's a tough job ahead for him, and he's got to be there. This is smartly done by Mendes. He keeps the singles churning over, wards off pressure. 164 for 5.
Get your degree before you reach 20. Welcome home on the ACBT.
That's in the air, and that's big, and that's all the way. Fantastic 6. just what the doctor ordered for Sri Lanka. Good use of the feet, middle of the blade, right out of the ground.
Didn't show us that he had that in him, but obviously he has. Not only the good use of the feet, which is beautifully timed, and nearly took out the duster.
And another. That is almost a replay. Thirumanne is now turning it on. Second six of the innings. I beg your pardon, of the over. 14 runs off the 34th over now. It's 187 for 5. Brilliant hits. Great use of the feet. Played in the gap as well. Even if it didn't go for 6, it would have been a boundary. But the second was even better. That's gone for 4. That is a good beginning for Sri Lanka. Leg byes, but they'll take it. Incidentally, Thirumanne has also reached his highest ODI score. That's given off the thigh. From that angle, we couldn't quite make out. However, it all adds up.
Well, this is the most vital stage of the game now for Sri Lanka. They've got to go through this power play without losing a wicket and keeping the run rate up.
That is another great hit. And it's gone all the way. He's intent on taking down the duster, which is in that area. Jubilation in the stands. This time short, and he picked him up from the front foot. Narrowly missing the duster. .202 for 5. 100 runs have come between these two in 121 balls now. Oh, he's put it down. That would have been a tough one. Bottom edge. Mahendra Singh Dhoni going to his wrong side, onto his left side. Couldn't quite hold on.
Thirumanne going for the cut, getting a bottom edge there. And Dhoni, a rare miss.
Yes, usually very safe. He was in two minds whether to go with both gloves or one. But that could turn out to be a very costly error. He's bowled a fair number of wides this series. Zahir, he's been very effective in getting wickets and breakthroughs, but he's also bowled 22 wides in this series. That's astounding, these figures. In 5 ODIs, the first he bowled 5, the second 6, then 3-3, and now 5.
That must be some sort of record for any bowler, let alone Zahir, of all people.
Oh, that's great fielding. Can he get a run out? I think he's got him. I think he's got him. The umpire has picked up his finger. There is no doubt. He's not even referring it. Thirumanne is gone. What confusion. Terrific fielding there by Virat Kohli. Threw it to Zahir, who collected it and then threw it back to Dhoni. Take a look at this. He's going for the run, he's called for it, and then he's not going to go back. And Zahir makes the throw. Dhoni completes the job.
So Dhoni's miscatch, not expensive at all.
So Thirumanne is gone. He's livid with himself. Wonderful 77 of 96. It's now 204 for 6. Now Thisara Pereira has come in. Sri Lanka have lost their 6th wicket rather unfortunately. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. That's in the air and it's also in the gap and he'll get 4. Seemed to me that he was targeting the onside. It's the outside edge. It almost carried for 6.
I think he was looking to play through extra cover, or certainly straighter than where it went. But this is the last throw of Sri Lanka's dice.
There's some more runs here. This might be 4. Yes, it is. Well placed. Short. And it was dealt with appropriately.
Mendes making a statement of intent here, pulling well forward of mid-wicket. Not quite timing it, but still hitting it hard enough to beat the fielder in the deep.
He's hit that square. That's going to be 4. One bounce and over the line down there. Well played.
Well, Thisara Pereira coming into the act, and he's played his options really well because the 2 fielders are in the circle. A square leg gets it above his head. No one in the deep. Keep chipping away. That's what they need to do. Now the fielder goes down, and Ashwin brings his long off into the circle. We're in the batting power play, remember.
That's nicely played as well. Just after this, there's only one more over of the batting power play after this one. But they're going along pretty well, and we know Pereira, he's got a good temperament, there's no doubt about that. And Mendes, well, he's played beautifully. Well, that's a good shot too. That's gone for 4. I think that surprised everyone, and that's his maiden internationals, and it's been a very good one as well. Oh, he's hit that one pretty hard too, and I think it might go for 4, will it? Oh, that's brilliantly fielded. Rahul Sharma down there. I think he was okay. Just dragged it in before his feet slipped over onto the... I think he's okay actually. Does it touch his arm? Let's see, does it touch his arm later? No, it doesn't. That's fine.
Oh, he had a long way to run to get that big dive out. A tall man. Every run is going to matter. Sri Lanka needs 63 runs off 64 balls. Under run a ball needed.
Yeah, I just need to keep going for a little longer because with 6 down. Oh boy, he didn't half climb into that, and there's a fumble and he's gone for it. Tell you what, Pereira doesn't hold back, does he?
But that was hit really hard. Not try and be a hero too early, because how things are placed, you just need to keep milking away.
Pereira here, the bigger of the 2 on strike. Oh, he's blasted that down the ground. He's a big tall man, stands up, holds the bat high up the handle, and then stands up and likes to drive straight. And if you give him anything that he can whip towards that mid-wicket area, it's likely to go out of the ground. They're enjoying it, aren't they? Nicely worked away to the gap. You'll be looking for 2 here, that's for sure. Yeah, that's well played. That's more like his normal game. He's very wristy. He likes to flick it away on the onside.
They're not look for too much. Just keep hitting the gaps. If you hit it well enough, it goes for 4. This outfield very quick. Can get the gap like that. There's 2 all the while.
Straight down the ground again. Always singles down there because the field's with her back. 242 for 6. Oh, good shot. That wasn't that short. He's got on his back foot and smashed it through mid-wicket for 4. What an innings he's playing.
Well placed too, well paced as well. He's a short man. If you keep bowling around those hips, easy for batsmen to put it away.
Oh, he's had a go at that one, and that's going to be out caught. Yep, he's got him. He's gone over the infield on the offside, and he's hit it straight to point. Well, that's what Sri Lanka didn't need. He's played so well, and just when it mattered, he lost his cool.
Just needed to hold his nerve a bit. Just keep knocking it around. Tisara Pereira, it was not in his arc. Generally not very strong. Square of the wicket on the off. Had to fetch it. He doesn't make too many mistakes, Virat Kohli. Tisara Pereira, 18 runs he's made. Sri Lanka 7 down for 252.
Sachitra Senanaika, he doesn't know the meaning of the word pressure. He hit the second ball he faced in one-day internationals for 6. And that gave Sri Lanka a thrilling 2-wicket win over South Africa in Johannesburg.
So Sachit was in the middle because Tisara Pereira just hold out at deep edge recover. Just what Sri Lanka didn't need. The 6 that he hit was in the 5th ODI Sri Lanka versus South Africa in Johannesburg earlier this year. He's got it away for 4. Another useful boundary to Jeevan Mendis. The runs keep coming. This time an edge, but when you're chasing a big score, you need these to go your way.
That's caught behind. That's a little faint, Nick, and he's walked. Yes, well, easily taken, and that really does make a big difference now. That's a real blow. So the end of a gem of an innings.
A little too close to the body, but he's played that shot on many occasions, and it's given him runs. Jeevan Mendis. Another one for Pathan. He's picked up 4. But he's played wonderfully well. Well-paced innings, 72 to Jeevan Mendis. Sri Lanka 8 down for 256.
Lasith Malinga has hit a few 6s for sure in this series. But I think along with the big shots, he'll have to keep his nerve in this partnership. And this was use the old favorite line situation, be one of the final nails in the coffin, because this was a big wicket and Pathan knows it. Look at the aggro there. Oh, okay, Dhoni was worried about something else. Because he's not one to show that kind of aggro. I was wondering what's happened to MS. I
thought he was looking at Irfan and doing that.
I've seen that before. No, but he was just worried about the ball that he had tossed would fall on his own head. Bowled in. 5 wickets to Irfan Pathan. And I believe it's his second 5-wicket haul. And every time he achieves success, you feel happy for Irfan Pathan. He's an honest trier.
What a terrific comeback it has been for him. Really, his batting has provided that confidence and very straight. He knew he had to be straight because if he went for the hit, he missed. Irfan would hit, and that's what happened. So that's the end of another Sri Lankan. Senanayake gone for 7 and it's now 266 for 9.
You know, when you're at the tail end of the Sri Lankan innings, when Lasith Malinga walks up to the batsman to come and starts giving advice. So Nuwan Pradeep batting at number 11, and what Dhoni was preempting with the batsman who bat down the order. The indiscretion is almost inevitable.
Yeah, I wonder where he was going with that. There were 5 runs that already come from the over. It wasn't even a huge heave. Had he connected, he may have rolled out in the deep.
Malinga has scooped that over extra cover. And he's got some power as well to take it all the way.
So the required run rate is just 5. Malinga withdraws and plays a fabulous shot. Over pitch delivery, but he made room for himself to scoop it over. Extra cover.
Well, he's actually tricked Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who expected him to go on the leg side. And he's got... Okay, Virat has got something to say from a good 70-80 meters away from the action. But Dhoni a bit concerned. I think Lasith Malinga has worried the Indians a bit. Just 25 needed, couple of lusty blows, who knows? That's the worry for Dhoni. There he goes again, a nicely hit. In fact, it's gone all the way. No chance for that fielder at long off, and it's Suresh Raina. Lasith Malinga is on fire with the bat.
He's so unafraid, he's so uninhibited. He's going to go whole hog, and that was bludgeoned. That was smashed. In fact, he was not going for the single. He didn't want to lose strike. He thought that would be fielded. So now just 21 required.
Binda should be aiming in the stumps because one falls short and he can get a leg before a bowl. Now Dhoni is adjusting his field. Let's try and see what he's got in his mind. He's got the fine leg from the leg side onto the offside and has put him in a very interesting position. Now this is 2 extra covers on the 30-yard circle. Very unorthodox field, and there's a guy behind the 2 fielders. So clearly it's going to be full and on off stump to Lasith Malinga. I don't think he's got too much protection for the short ball, so that is clearly not on the agenda for Binda from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Well responded, and he wants to keep strike, Malinga.
Well, he's got a couple of boundaries. Still 3 balls to go. 4.5 runs and over, so it's not a problem. He can retain strike. He need not take those singles.
We've just got some important information from unknown sources but reliable sources about the man at the other end, Nuwan Pradeep. I am told he can't bat. It's up in the air, missed time. Suresh Raina will get under it, and he's got the Micromax Cup. Good catch in the deep. Malinga's, well, cameo comes to an end. Got some excitement, raised some hopes, but in the end, India emerging deserved winners. 4-1, they take the Micromax Cup.
And with that, India go up in the rankings. They go up to number 2. Full toss, it didn't quite connect. But the two best fielders at long off and long on, one Suresh Raina, very cool in situations like this. And look at Dhoni, he's happy. It's good to see him with a beaming smile. Normally he's so underplayed. But this is a big win for India. 4-1. They have dominated, except for one where their batting just collapsed. But I've got to say that they've kept their nerve, they've played the better cricket, and they have dominated.
So Malinga, last man to go for 10. Ball faced 9. And he knew he had no support at the other end, so he's going for that glory end. Playing some big shots. Irfan Pathan, 5 for 61 of his 10. Mind you, not in the original squad that was named for this trip. Vinay Kumar got injured, Pathan got his chance. That's how destiny plays a part in this game. He's put in consistent bowling performances, finally culminating in this 5-wicket haul, and 2 good performances with the bat.
Sri Lanka gave India a scare, coming close to the target with Hiro Tiramane top scoring with 77 runs. Jeevan Mendis played another crucial innings of 72, but their efforts were in vain as Sri Lanka fell short by 20 runs. Irfan Pathan was the difference between victory and defeat. This was the second time he took 5 wickets in his career, giving his side a comprehensive series win. It came as no surprise when Irfan Pathan was named the man of the match with his spell of 5 for 61 in 10 overs. Virat Kohli picked up the Man of the Series award. The youngster scored 2 centuries in the series and aggregated 296 runs in the Micromax Cup. That is all we have for you in the highlights. Hope you enjoyed them. Goodbye.